Why do we feel so attached to the things we build ourselves, even if they are crooked, clumsy, or a little wonky? Think of an IKEA bookshelf you'd spent an afternoon putting together. It wobbles slightly, but you are weirdly proud of it. Or a Lego model, or even a home cooked meal from a kit. Somehow these things feel more valuable simply because we build them. Psychologists call this the IKEA effect, and it explains why self assembly, co creation, and customization make us value things far more than if they arrive pre made. Hi, I'm Akanksha, and this is The Storyteller's Lens. Today, we'll explore the psychology behind the IKEA effect, the experiments that proved it, why our brains fall for it, and how businesses from meal kit companies to build a bear are using it. And of course, we'll look at the lesson for brands, how to make people feel ownership and pride without frustrating them. So, the IKEA effect is the finding that people overvalue items they assemble themselves, even if the final result is not perfect. The term comes from a 2011 study by Michael Norton, Daniel Mocon, and Dan Ariely. They had participants build simple IKEA boxes, Lego models, or origami figures. When asked how much they would pay for their creations, participants valued them 63% higher than identical pre assembled versions. Even poorly folded origami was valued more highly when the participants had made it themselves. But here's the catch: if the project wasn't completed successfully, the effect vanished. Completion mattered. So, why does this happen? First, building something creates a sense of competence. Psychologists call this effectance. Successfully completing a task gives us a feeling of mastery and control. Second, there's a strong element of ownership. What we build, we feel belongs to us more deeply. Third, there is a social and creativity utility. We are proud of what we make and we want to show it off, especially when it's hedonic, like a Lego set or a fancy meal. In short, effort creates attachment. The IKEA effect shows up in many industries. Meal kits like Blue Apron or HelloFresh rely on it. People feel more satisfied with meals they have had a hand in preparing, even if the cooking steps are minimal. Research shows this effect is especially strong with healthier meals, where pride reinforces the value. DIY retail is built on this bias. Build a bear lets children customize and stuff their own toys, creating huge emotional attachment. Tech companies let you configure and personalize devices, which makes the final product feel more yours. Even simple product customization taps into the IKEA effect. Choosing colors, features, or engraving a product makes it feel more valuable. Underlying this are a few deep psychological mechanisms. Number one is competence. We crave proof that we can complete tasks successfully. Ownership. Labor leads to love. Effort makes us feel invested. Number three, identity. Showing what we have built signals creativity and capability to others. This is the reason why children proudly display messy artwork on fridge, or why gamers spend hours customizing avatars. The act of creation itself adds value. So what can businesses learn? The key is to let customers participate in creation, but set them up for success. For meal kits, this means pre measured ingredients and clear instructions. For DIY furniture, simple assembly steps that don't overwhelm. For tech or fashion, personalization options that feel meaningful but easy to execute. The IKEA effect collapses if the task is too difficult or if customers fail. But if the task is just challenging enough to feel earned, the attachment is powerful and the commercial payoff is huge. A customer who feels pride in what they have built is more loyal, more willing to pay, and more likely to tell others about it. Of course, there are risks. If assembly is too complex, customers feel frustrated rather than proud. Think of the stereotype of swearing at IKEA instructions late at night. If customization feels trivial, like meaningless color choices, it won't generate pride. And in some cases, people may actually prefer the convenience of ready made because not everyone wants effort. The IKEA effect only works if the balance is right. So here's the takeaway: the IKEA effect shows that effort changes value. We love what we build, not just because of the outcome, but because of the process. It's why DIY meals taste better, why children cherish homemade crafts, and why self assembled furniture feels oddly special. For businesses, the lesson is simple: design for participation with a high chance of success. That's how you turn effort into attachment and attachment into loyalty. Hi, I'm Akanksha, and this is The Storyteller's Lens. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe and tell me in the comments what's the one thing you built yourself that you still feel proud of. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.